Hey, Phil here again from Memory Smith Computing. We'll have a chat this time about Wi-Fi, and we'll start off with some of the misconceptions we hear. So it's not uncommon when we go in to fix somebody's Wi-Fi or home network and business network to hear people say things like, "Oh, so my internet speed will be faster now." No, that's not the case. Anybody who tells you that you're going to get faster internet because of Wi-Fi or networking isn't telling the whole truth. Fast and reliable Wi-Fi signal and network signal through cabled connections gives you the fastest possible connection you can get inside your property, whether that's your home or your business. Your internet speed is, and always has been, is governed by your router and the speed of the connection that that router can support. Now, we're lucky enough to live in an age where most people have got access to gigabit and in some areas faster internet now. So a gigabit network, for example, in theory, will give you gigabit speeds. But if you're a business, you've got more than one person in the business. So that speed has to be shared out. So although you've got a gigabit network and a gigabit router with relevant connection, typically full fiber, you are not all going to get gigabit speeds at the same time because there's a bottleneck, and that is the router. Much like at home, where a lot of people have slower connections, they'll have lousy Wi-Fi. A common scenario for us will be the router is at the front of the house kicking out the Wi-Fi. They're sat in the conservatory or the rear of the house expecting to get full speed internet, and they're not. Now, in that scenario, it is your Wi-Fi that's making you slow down, so new Wi-Fi will give you bigger speeds. Okay, so the overall idea of what we do is we try to make inside your building as fast as possible for your Wi-Fi so that you can always get the maximum from your router. So one thing we take a look at is your walls. We, again, seen this quite a lot in the residential properties with our retired customers. They'll be in a really good, solid, old-fashioned bungalow with solid brick walls, not a stud wall in sight. Can't get Wi-Fi all the way through the house. That is because Wi-Fi doesn't like travelling through dense objects. Every time it hits a wall, the Wi-Fi signal gets a little bit weaker. The further away you get from your access point, the slower your overall network speeds will be. So what we try to do is either put more wireless radio points in, scatter them around the house to give you optimum speed and the best coverage wherever you are. Or sometimes we'll just go up into the ceiling, into the loft void if the building permits, and put access points there. So your wireless communication is taking place through the ceiling, which doesn't offer as much resistance as solid brick walls do. The next part about your Wi-Fi speeds is congestion. We scan radio signals to see how much traffic is taking place in your area. Most wireless networks will operate on a 2.4 gigahertz or a 5 gigahertz spectrum. Now, the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum is the most compatible with most devices, but it's also the most problematic because you only have 13 channels of separation, and each of these channels overlap on each other. So basically, the only channels that don't overlap commonly would be channels 1, channel 6, channel 11. So if your router is broadcasting on channel 6, for example, and your neighbour's router is broadcasting on channel 5, and they can see each other, we're now getting radio interference. So the other part of what we do is we scope out all the channels that are in use using special software tools we have on our devices and try to create the least congested channel map of where you're at. From there, and this affects more the business customers and large properties, it gets even more complicated. So you're sat on your latest Android phone or your iPhone and you've got great internet and you're in the kitchen. You walk through to the living room where you've also got a wireless access point, but your internet speeds suffer. Well, that's because your phone is trying to hold on to the signal it was connected to earlier, rather than moving across. So some of the more advanced Wi-Fi systems we do feature control boxes. We can do this either with an extra router, or the best case is to have a small PC that controls the network, and that will see your device move within range of a different wireless access point and move your device to the access point that has the strongest signal, giving you the fastest speeds. To be fair, Wi-Fi can actually be really complicated, and even these short snippets that I've already covered right now, they can be a bit confusing for the uninitiated. So basically what Memory Smith Computing do is we can come in and look at your property or business. We will take readings around the property, look at the equipment that you've already got, and we will propose what might be a better solution for you. And that could actually just be as simple as changing your wireless router, as opposed to having lots of expensive work done. Every option is unique to the property and the people using it, along with the services that you're using. That's pretty much it. It's actually a very big subject to try and put into a short form factor video like this, and it can be quite difficult to really talk about it without getting really nitty and gritty and technical, and that's not the purpose of these videos. It's just to sort of like help reinforce that we know what we're talking about, which we certainly do, and also let you gain a little bit of insight into just how difficult things can be when it comes to getting your wireless all sorted out. If you want to find out more, please give us a call. The number should be popping up round about there above my head, and we are going to continue making these videos. So please do like and subscribe, and you will be notified whenever we post one of these videos, or you can follow us on our Facebook page, where we will also be posting links to these videos. That's great. Thanks a lot.
Memory Smith Computing, your complete suite of business and residential IT solutions.